This Corbeau XRS suspension seat in black, vinyl, and cloth is for those of you that have a 1987 all the way up through the 2018 YJ, TJ, or JK that are looking for a very high quality suspension seat that's going to be very comfortable on-road and also off-road. We're going to give this a 2 out of 3 wrenches for the installation. It is a pretty simple bolt-on. For a TJ or for a JK, you are going to need a set of additional brackets to get this installed, but we will show you how to get this installed in just a second. So when you're shopping for seats, you're really going to be shopping because your seats are either in really bad condition, you want to upgrade and replace and give yourself something that's not all torn and worn out, or you're looking for some additional functionality out of your seat that your factory seat just isn't going to give you. So of course, if you have a factory seat, you just want to refresh the look, you could recover it, you could add seat covers, you could do a lot of different things to it, but replacing it like this is going to give you not only a new look and new material over the outside of the seat, but again, it's going to give you a whole new seat, all the foam, all the padding, everything is going to be brand new, and in this case, you're going to get some additional functionality. And what do I mean by that? Well, Corbeau is going to offer a couple of different seats, all the way from some that are less expensive and a little bit simpler, all the way up to something like this, which is going to be one of the more expensive models that you can get. And the reason that this is pricier is those features that we mentioned. So a lot of aftermarket seats will either be a reclining seat or they won't be, and in general, the reclining are going to be more expensive. And this is going to be a reclining seat, so it's not a fixed back seat. So right there, that adds a little bit of cost, but also some pretty nice functionality. This is also going to have a lot of bolstering to it. So you have the bottom bolsters, the side, and also the shoulder bolsters. So whether you're on road or off road, the seat's really going to hug you. It's going to make you feel really secure where you're sitting. This is also going to have a couple of cutouts right here for a 5-point harness. So if you do have a harness bar and you have harnesses, this seat is going to work really well in conjunction with those, just to add a little bit of additional security. And one of the big things that this seat has is right in the title, this is a suspension seat. So if you were to flip this over, instead of seeing the metal springs of a traditional car seat, you are going to see elastic bands in the bottom of this seat, which means it's going to have a lot more give. So whether you're doing low speed off-roading, high speed off-roading, or just driving on the street, this is going to be very, very comfortable. It's going to give you some really nice bounce, really great support, but also be really soft and really comfortable for you. So a lot of features built right into the seat that I like. On top of that, you're going to get Corbeau quality. This thing's not going to start coming apart at the seams on you. The material is really high quality as well. I personally like the look of the cloth center with the vinyl outside, but that's completely up to you. Of course, your preference on looks. I think it's a pretty good looking seat. I really like all of the features, and the build quality and the quality of the materials is definitely there. Now, for all of that, you are going to pay a little bit more than some of the other seats on the market. This one coming in at right around that $760 mark for a pair of these seats. I still don't think that's crazy. Anytime you're in the vehicle, you're in the seat takes a lot of beating every time you get in and out, sliding across it. So you might as well spend the money in something that you're really going to notice, you're really going to feel every time you drive your vehicle, you're going to see every time you look in your vehicle, and that is going to be a seat. So for the quality, I do think the price is right in line with it. As we mentioned before, this is going to be a 2 out of 3 wrenches for the install. Let's show you how to do it.
Tools required for this install: 3/8 drive with an extension, 18 and 16 millimeter socket, a T40 Torx bit, and a 6 millimeter socket. To remove your factory wiring harness underneath your seats, a push pin removal tool or flathead. Optional is an impact. And I use zip ties to tie my wiring harness underneath my seat and use a side cutter cut them. All right, so the first step into getting your Jeep JK front seat out is to, of course, disconnect the electrical connection underneath. Here's your electrical connector underneath the seat. As you can see, there are some Christmas tree clips right there, so you may have to pry it off the bottom of the seat, but we're just going to release the top here and pull at the same time. Now we're going to bring the seat forward a little bit to expose this torque bolt right here. We're going to remove it and just put our seatbelt off to the side. All right, with the seat pushed all the way back, we're going to take an 18 millimeter socket and remove the 2 front bolts. Now we can bring the seat forward and get the rear bolts. All right, now we're going to remove the rear bolts. All right, so the easiest way to get the seat out is to bring the seat back forward and then get the headrest up and out of here. That way you get a little extra clearance Just pick up the front and back, rotate. And it's out. All right, so now that we have our driver's seat out, we're gonna do the same exact steps on the passenger side. Our plug is a little bit different looking. We have a red latch here, so we're just gonna unlock that and remove the connector. Got my T40 here. So there are a few pieces we have to take off of our factory seat before we can get our aftermarket seat in. So here's that push pin right here. I'm just going to press it with both fingers here and then take it out just like that. Do the same thing for this weight switch here. This is for your airbag. This is a push pin right here, Christmas tree type as well. Christmas tree type clip there. Another one here. And then there is a little tab here. We're just gonna press and pull at the same time. Get that Christmas tree clip out as well. All right, now we can get our seat belt off and transfer it over to our seat. So as you can see, I pulled my electrical connector through. Now I'm going to remove this 16mm bolt holding the buckle portion of our seatbelt in. And just slide that through. So we're gonna pair our Corbeau seat up with a Corbeau seat bracket for our JK. I'm gonna flip this upside down and use the supplied Allen key 6mm hardware. Then I'm gonna go ahead and tighten that down with my impact. Then I'll move the seat forward and get the rear in. So now we're going to put our buckle in place and reuse our factory 16mm hardware. These seat brackets are already threaded, so this is a really simple swap and install. So now I'm going to bring the wiring harness back into place here, connect my seatbelt buckle switch here. Then I'm going to take some zip ties and zip tie my wiring harness to the bottom of the seat just to keep it out of any of the moving parts and out of the way. So now that we moved all of those parts over, we're ready to install it on the driver's side. But you want to repeat all those steps for the passenger side seat to get that one ready as well. All right, so before we can bolt our seat down, what we're going to do is attach our seatbelt to this bracket here. Start my threads. Finish it off with my impact. So we're also going to make our electrical connection for our seat. All right, now we're going to position our seat bracket over our bolt holes and just start a couple of threads on the front here and then do the same thing on the rear. We don't want to tighten these down just yet. So now that we got all of our bolts started for our seat bracket, let's tighten these up with our impact. All right, so that's gonna wrap up the install of the driver's side. Now repeat all those steps to get the passenger side installed as well. So that's gonna wrap up my install of the Corbeau Baja XRS Suspension Seat for your Wrangler. And for all things Jeep, keep it here at ExtremeTerrain.com.